Hello guys, so yeah, I'm back with another Master Chief video. The first one did surprisingly well, more than I expected, and I got a lot of positive feedback. Of course I got some detraction, but instead of arguing, I decided that I want to convince them. I want to show them that Master Chief has nothing but good things to offer to Smash. Now let's get with it. So first I want to point out something about the third party characters. They all have something in common, or at least something that Sakurai definitely has in mind when thinking about them or when implementing them. That is the word iconic or gaming icon or whatever you see it. The point is, everything about the third party characters is iconic, from their look, their stage, their moveset, you name it. So everything like this that should definitely be applied to Master Chief. There's a reason why Cloud has his Final Fantasy VII costume and not his Kingdom Hearts costume, because how are you gonna recognize him without them? So same should go for Master Chief. What is the most recognizable armor, the most recognizable look for Master Chief out there? The one from Halo 3, the Mark 6 armor. He can also have other costumes like the Halo Combat Evolved Mark 5 armor or the Halo 5 Guardians armor as well. He can also have different colors. Specifically, he needs to have red and blue. Red and blue is a huge thing about Halo if you play online. So yeah, there's not much to say here. I think it's pretty clear. There could be other options, but I think those are the ones that really need to be here. Someone might mention Halo Infinite. That should be an alternative custom. I don't think Halo Infinite should be the look. I don't think the look from Halo Infinite should be the main one. It's not out yet, so it wouldn't be as recognizable. And considering Smash is gonna come out before Halo Infinite, I think it's better to keep the Halo 3 look. Stage. Now, I feel that Halo is in an interesting spot when it comes to the stage department. Why? Well, he has two angles that he could approach. One is the campaign, which would be very similar to Castlevania. He could pick a very iconic mission from any of the Halo games and have the Covenant or any enemy just being there. But he could also have a more interesting approach, which is the online multiplayer. So when you play Halo, a lot of people straight up go for the multiplayer. And what is the most iconic maps that I can think of that could work in Smash? Well, visually, I think it's Guardian. And structurally, I'll say it's Narrows, both from Halo 3. Now, I don't really mind which one gets picked, although I would say that I would prefer Guardian because I feel Narrows color palettes will be a little stale and they will really need an update. But anyways, that's not the point. So every stage has something, a stage hazard, right? So what will be the stage hazard of the Halo map? It will be the weapons. When you play Halo, you always know what weapons are in what map and where they are. So I feel that should be a huge part. And that's why I don't think any of the weapons should be items. It'll be very fun to just see everybody shooting each other with Niddlers, grenade launchers, assault rifles, pistols, plasma rifles, and so on. I think it will make for a very fun stage. Now, to the campaign, which will be a little more traditional of Smash. It will have to be a very iconic mission. And I feel the most iconic mission of Halo is, well, Halo from Halo Combat Evolved. And I feel that if there's one that everybody will recognize, it's that one. There's also a contender, which I feel needs to be mentioned, Assault in the Control Room. Now, regardless of which one they pick, I want something in it. The Covenant. I want the Covenant to just land on a Phantom or whatever, or just come from the screen and start shooting at the players. Just in the same way that the werewolf and all these monsters attack the players in the Castlevania stage. Another thing that I want to say about the Covenant is I would like to see them as a Smash Room enemy, or if there's a story mode, as an enemy in that story mode. So you see, the stage department is really an interesting area for Halo to handle in Smash or whatever. I'll be really disappointed if all they do is something really lame, because there's so much potential here. And I feel that the stage alone will shift people's perceptions of whether Master Chief should be in Smash or not. The music. I feel the music should be very self-explanatory. The Halo series has enough variety to grab from. You have the Halo theme, you have the Covenant dance, Behold a Pale Horse, Finish the Fight, Under Cover of Night, Brothers in Arms, And if you really want to flex on 343 Industries Sakurai, you can put Blow Me Away from Breaking Benjamin, although I doubt that ever happened. But it'd be pretty dope to hear that song again. I mean, I guess I could just go to YouTube and hear it again, but that's besides the point. Anyways, it doesn't have to be as many songs as Castlevania, but just don't let it be like Final Fantasy, please. Now to the most interesting part, the movesets. Now the movesets is something a little complicated because there's a lot of controversial things here. You see, many people don't like that the moveset might seem too similar, or many moves might be taken from another character because it might make them feel like a clone. And to that I have to say, I think that's nonsense, to be honest. I don't think there's anything wrong for characters to share moves. Why? Because it makes the game feel more consistent, and it makes it feel like everybody's actually in the same game. And just because they have the same move doesn't mean they use it the same way. And even if they do, they still have tons of moves. Make the character just overall feel different. Now, enough beating around the bush, let's start with the moveset. So let's start with his jab. So I actually had a hard time thinking about a jab, but I overall thought that it should just be Samus's jab. But instead of hitting with the arm cannon, it hits with the weapon. Now this might look lame, especially considering that Samus's jab is not exactly the best. It's just a jab, and I don't really think there's a huge problem. And I could just leave it up to the developer to decide whether there's a better one. The forward tilt. The forward tilt should just be his regular melee attack. I do want to say something about it later on. The up tilt is an interesting one. I couldn't really decide here. But I feel like it could be a swing with the energy sword, similar to Bowser's up tilt, or it could just him swinging his weapon, similar to Cloud's up tilt. Either way, I think this one's also gonna be taken from another character. Down tilt. I couldn't really think of anything here. I thought it would just be somewhat of a forward stomp or something similar. I really couldn't think of anything. So if you have ideas for down tilt, well, please let me know. Forward smash. I feel that the adequate forward smash here is the sword launch, or it can also be the hammer swing. It's really just personal preference at this point, but I feel that the sword launch is good enough, and it will make for an interesting forward smash that propels you forward. Up smash. It will be the Niddler, very similar to Samus's up smash, but I want to talk about this one later on. Down smash. I feel that down smash should be either the plasma pistol, similar to Zero Suit Samus or Mewtwo, or just a brute shot, your traditional down smash that attacks from both sides basically. Now to the special moves, and this is where it gets interesting. Neutral B. Now I see a lot of people saying that with Neutral B he should just shoot straight up, just like he does in his games. I have a problem with that being the case. You see, if he only shoots when he presses Neutral B, then wouldn't that cause like a few missed inputs with the other specials? I feel that could be troublesome, and I really think we should find a way to solve this. And I think I came up with a solution. So when you press Neutral B, you just aim the weapon. That's it. You tilt it, you move it, and you aim your weapon. Simple, right? And now you're probably wondering, how do you shoot? Well, that is pretty simple. With the R. Yeah, with the R trigger. Just like in his games. That's interesting, right? I just introduced a mechanic from Halo into the moveset. Now, that might be a little controversial, especially since a lot of people might like to shield with the R. But I really feel this was the only way to introduce shooting properly, at least with Master Chief. So yeah, now that that's over, let's move on. Forward B should be the grenades, similar to Snake, but this should be the plasma grenades, which are basically similar to Mega Man. And I think that's very self-explanatory. Up B should be something very simple. Portable gravity lift. Now, I see some people saying that it should be jetpack, but honestly, I find jetpack to be very boring and not exactly a Master Chief thing to do. Also, like, gravity lifts are just a huge part of Halo, especially in the multiplayer. And yeah, I know that portable gravity lift might be too similar to Sonic or Mega Man's Up B, but I don't really think that's a problem. and I think it will be a lot more fun to use than just Rob's up B, I guess. Now down B, it's pretty simple, changing weapons. What are the weapons? Assault rifle and the pistol. Now I want to say something. The assault rifle would give a little bit more range in his attacks, like the forward tilt and the up tilt, but it will decrease the damage, as opposed to the pistol, who is gonna increase the damage but is gonna decrease the range. So yeah, got that? Yep. Now to his aerials, which I actually found this part to be a little difficult. First, his nair. Now I honestly couldn't come up with anything. I think his nair should just be a previously existing nair like Captain Falcon's or Samus. Really anybody that just doesn't look too silly on Master Chief. The fair. The gravity hammer. It can be very similar to Cloud's. Slow but with good range and powerful. Should it spike? Well, I don't really know, and I wouldn't mind if it was exactly the same. It'd be pretty cool actually. Bear. Shotgun. Really strong and quick, but better up close, and it has multiple hitbox, I would say. Upper. Niddler. Now, if you remember well, I said that up smash should be Niddler. So what am I trying to do? Well, basically, Shulk's up smash and upper are the same, so I didn't really feel it was too strong. But what I really am aiming for is that when you land with an up air, you can follow up with an up smash almost immediately. And if you get to do the whole Niddler thing and they explode, well, that's basically a kill move. There. It can either be shotgun similar to Mega Man or hammer similar to Ike. I know that's kinda lame, but it's a dare and I don't really think many people care about it. So that is it for today. Koopa92 did give me some ideas with his video, but I really wanted to come up with some of my own. And I did see some of these in some Reddit threads and stuff, but I really wanted to express how I feel that it will work. Now, it might not have been the best, so tell me in the comments, what would you like to implement from Halo in Smash Brothers? Well, that is it guys. Now, see you guys later.